When they snatch black, I cry for like 100 nights. He got 100 bodies serving like 100 lights. What up, man? We in here. Hey. Ross and Risky. What up, my dude?
What's good? What's good? I see you rapping with the Miami.
Hey, man, you know, Rick Ross, man, Rose versus tonight, dog. We in there. I got to hold it down, man, for that side over there.
I like that.
You did my eye healing up a little bit. Everybody's been tuning in and, you know what I'm saying, they be like, I don't even know until you point it out. I be like, I can see the shit. Damn, I still, man. I didn't get punched. I ain't get punched. I'm too old to be out here fighting. But
man, you be talking crazy about Houston, man. I don't know.
I think I'm good in the Ace, though. I tell you, let me say this. I'm gripped up. I'm gonna be gripped up. But yeah, I don't know all the YNs no more in that neighborhood because my parents, they still stay in the same house that I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? So they still, you know what I mean, right there. So it was a time where like all the YNs, my pops knew all the YNs for like a 20-year run. Then they gone now. It's a whole different breed around there. You hear me?
All the smoke you be having for James Harden and
I'm gonna have some more smoke tonight.
Well, you talked crazy about De'Aaron Fox last time. You say we want to hear from Kelly Oubre. He ain't showed up. You have some smoke for Oubre. Well,
I like Kelly. No, I mess with Oubre.
You was talking crazy about KD all year.
Oh, yeah.
You might be banned from the Houston sports.
I got a lot of love for my man House. Shout out to House. I got a lot of love for House.
Dope. Shout out House, man.
I got a lot of love for House.
That was good content. Yeah. Gerald Green was another one. I sat and listened to Gerald Green. I didn't know the story with his fingers. Shout out Green, man.
Yeah, shout out to the homie Gerald Green. He from around he from the West. He from around our area. You know, shout out to my boys, man. Shout out to my man Rashard Lewis out there. He from the, you know, literally we went to high school together. He coaching with the Spurs now. What does he do with this? I think he's like player development, I want to say. So yeah, shout out to him. And I ain't ran into him in the city since he been down here, but I got to get up with him. He probably be back in Houston for the off season though. But
hey, shout out the Cougars, shout out Kingston. You know, that was dope.
Shout out to Fleming, yeah, man.
Kingston working out with George Hill, getting ready.
Yeah, that's a big look for him.
Yeah, getting ready to be a top 10 pick out here. I'm going ahead and speak it.
He's legit. He's definitely legit. But let's go, man. We got to talk about it tonight. You already said I'm damn near a borderline hater. So you see tonight's title of the show, James Harden struggles, Pistons up 2-0. You know, listen, and this ain't, I ain't finna get on here and just have a bad session. I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. I started not critiquing, but I started like really looking at James Harden through a different lens, Ross, when people started saying, you know, after like those years we had, like he won an MVP and he was like second or third for like, what was it, like a 3-4 year stretch, right? Where he was like right there for MVP. And then people started talking that he's the third greatest two guard of all time. And I know recently that I feel like that conversation has kind of got reignited between like him and D Wade recently, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, Pat Bev kind of restarted that. Shout out to Pat Bev. Got a lot of love for James Harden. And again, when you get in these conversations, I think people take it as disrespect, but we're literally nitpicking to see if you're in the top 5 greatest two guards of all time. So like to me, Ross, I think we're acknowledging your greatness because we're saying at worst, you're in this conversation, right? So when we get to that conversation, for me, it's not hating what I'm going to be saying. It's just me now. I'm having to nitpick to figure out if we're just going to rank you. I got to nitpick. I got to say, well, you know, D Wade, you know, without Shaq or LeBron, it was scary out there for you in the playoffs. I ain't really see a whole bunch of Eastern Conference Finals without Shaq or LeBron. You know what I'm saying? So I got to fact. So you know what I mean? It gets that way. So when we talk about James Harden, the first thing everybody goes to is what? Playoffs. We do it in football with Peyton Manning, right? They say Peyton Manning might be the greatest regular season quarterback of all time. The knock comes playoff time. With James Harden, bro, Charles Barkley talked about it last night, and we'll get to him in Draymond's situation. But the stat that James Harden has 28 playoff games where he has more turnovers than field goals made.
Oh, I got it. I just pulled up that stat. That's what I was pulling up.
It's a
Yeah,
crazy stat, bro.
that's nuts.
Field goals made. You got more turnovers than field goals made, and that's what you're supposed to do. You a scorer.
Okay, I heard somebody say, well, he has the ball in his hand. He's creating more. So, of course, he's going to have more turnovers. But field goals made is where I draw the line. Yeah. It's like, for me, it's like James Harden gets to the playoffs, though, and he's less aggressive. Like, I just don't like the drop off and like the aggressiveness. Like, I could see if you go out on your sword and you go 3 for 19 or whatever it may be, and you have those bad games, kind of like how Wemby had a bad game one where he just nothing could fall. But right. You still stay competitive, you still stay active, you find other ways to contribute. The thing with James Harden is in the playoffs, he just turns to, I'm just going to just be a straight facilitator. I can't shoot no more. I can't get to the rack. I can't get to the free throw line. Like, we used to see James Harden, if he was having a bad shooting night, James Harden can go and get 15 from the free throw line.
Right.
We don't even see none of that. And I know he lost a little step in athleticism, but like James Harden should be able to close out some of these games. James Harden should be able to spell Donovan in some of these moments, because now Donovan's getting a bad rap, which tonight Donovan actually played well. Yeah. But now it's even spilling over to Donovan, because they're looking like, well, James Harden, you was brought here to like give him some spurts. We need a 3-minute run where James, you be James Harden. That's all we needed in certain key moments. You know what I'm saying? And it's like Cleveland just goes on these long spells where they just can't get nothing. And partly it's because you miss your contribution from James Harden that you was getting ever since that trade. So yeah, I think it's like his aggressiveness.
And I'm gonna shoot him a little bit of bail, but it's kind of I guess a backdoor compliment. Pause. With the free throws, because what I pointed out to everybody is that what happens. I believe that the NBA officiating, out of everybody, they've done him the biggest injustice, because what they've done, at least in his prime when he was in those MVP years, they were in the regular season, all that driving to the cup and just kind of throwing it up. He was going to the line SGA style, right? Before SGA was doing it. Right. And then come playoff time, the referees in the league decided, okay, we're going to let him play a little bit more. Well, he had now structured his game around banking on certain stuff, getting to the free throw line. Now y'all not giving that to me. And that's why I think that like his aggression, because he's never just been super athletic. He's always kind of been, I would say, like a sneaky athletic guy. Like, it's going to be, you know what I'm saying? He'll sneak a dunk on you. He'll dunk on you. It ain't going to be like just flying through the lane like Ant, but he'll, you know, if you don't get to that left hand, he going, you know what I mean? But his thing was, like you said, driving and go ahead.
No, I was going to say there was like 2 or 3 years, because at the end, when he first went to Houston, I was going
to say like the end of the OKC, that very
first
season.
He used to hit the lane and stretch out though.
Yeah, I agree. He used to have some. He had a couple. I agree with that. But I'm just saying, like, when you watch Jimmy Harden play, because I ain't gonna call him James, he's playing like Jimmy right now. Jim, when you watch, now let me not do that. I used to hate when Skip Bayless give people bad names. Let me not do that. When you watch James Harden play, bro, it's just like you said, it's frustrating to watch him in the playoffs, because you like, what does this regular season matter if you're gonna play this way in the playoffs? If you're gonna be non-aggressive, you're not. So like tonight, for example, like you said, okay, let's just say the shot's not going tonight. Okay. So tonight, the shot's not going. It definitely wasn't going. He was 3 for 13 from the field, 0 for 4 from three-point line. But then you give me 3 assists and 4 turnovers? Like, you don't even give me no assist numbers. You give me 3 assists and 4 turnovers. And this whole thing about, like, oh, he has the ball so much in his hands, so he's going to have more turnovers. Listen, fam, I don't know. And look, they can get on me, right? Because I didn't play it at a super high level. I'm just an old school point guard. I played at a little bitty small college, right? I'm just an old school point guard that grew up, and they taught me, as if you got the ball in your hands the whole time, right, and you facilitating, anything over 2 turnovers a game, bro, we got to start looking at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get to where like you consistently around 4 and 5 turnovers, you hovering around, that's too many turnovers, bro. I might be okay with 3 turnovers if you got on the back end of that 11, 12, 13 assists. All right, I might be able to live with 3 turnovers. But if you're gonna have three assists and 4 turnovers, I don't want me to do with any of that, bro. We can never have a 1-to-1 or a negative assist to turnover ratio. That's not a thing.
For real.
3-to-1 is what right. That's what you should be striving for. Is 3-to-1. Right. You know what I mean? So if you can justify it that way, cool. But yeah, man, it's just, and like you said, now Donovan is getting this rap of Donovan Mitchell is not a playoff performer. Now look, I see who Donovan Mitchell is married to, so I think he's already won in life. So shout out to Donovan. but yeah, it's difficult, Ross, because me and you had this conversation on this platform. Y'all hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, man. Tap in with us Tuesdays and Thursdays, Ross and Risky. Go get in them shorts, man. Pause, Jesus. Go look at
that. That's wild. That is
wild. My bad. Go look at the shorts that we got out there, man. I'm gonna start posting some of the older content, some of the older clips as well, because you can see when we were talking about this when James Harden first got traded, and the conversation was, okay, in the regular season it don't matter how much, like you just mentioned, relief is he going to give Donovan Mitchell come playoff time, because that's what you brought him in there for, is for him to give those spurts. Yeah, right.
At this point, for what you're getting for Donovan, I mean, from James, we could have kept Garland to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Because three assists and 4 turnovers.
And remember what we thought was, oh man, he finna have lobs for days to Jared Allen. And you know what I'm saying? He finna give Mobley some easies. That's not happening, bro.
Right.
Evan Mobley has been bad in these 2 games. He hasn't played good at all.
Yeah.
What was he tonight? Tonight, Mobley was in 36 minutes, 9 points, 4 for 10, 1 rebound.
Never.
Can't have it. You know me. That's the first that I go to with the bigs.
Never.
That tells me you're not even engaged.
Right.
1 rebound in 36 minutes, bro. And you are our 7-foot starting center.
Yeah, that's never good. Maybe it's not all on James. Maybe Mobley ain't being aggressive. Like, it's got to be somebody. But maybe Mobley ain't doing what he normally does. That's why we see a drop from James.
Yeah.
Maybe I know Jared Allen had a good series the last series. So
Jared Allen played good tonight. Jared Allen had 22 points on 7 of 9, 7 rebounds, 3 assists.
Tyson played pretty well too. I mean,
who's that?
Tyson.
Tyson has 7 points on 3 for 7.
3. Okay.
You know who was super aggressive in the 4th quarter? And I don't know why, was Strus. He was out there taking some crazy bad. I was like, well, why is he taking all these shots?
Yeah, Strus is kind of feeling himself, ain't he?
That's just how he's played, though. Like, he was that way when he was in where was he at? In Miami. Yeah, like Strus really don't be scared of the moment. Now, I don't know if he's gonna make it all the time, but he'll try. You know what I'm saying? He ain't tripping. Dennis Schroeder didn't play well tonight. It's just like, you know, between Schroeder and James Harden, you expect for them to, those two to me have to make the game easier for Mobley, for Allen, and for Strus. Those two. Because you would figure Donovan Mitchell gonna do what he do. And Donovan Mitchell tonight, what was he, 31 points? 31 points, 11 for 24, 6 boards, 3 assists. You know, like that's what you want from Donovan. Let him be aggressive, let him do what he do. And then y'all other two, if you feeling it, you can take over, but you're supposed to set the table. And, you know, we've just seen it too many times with James Harden. We've seen him on really good teams now. We saw him in with the Lakers, with the Clippers for some years. I'm not gonna hold Brooklyn against them because that whole thing just
Philly.
But the Philly thing, right? Houston was kind of a weird thing because I think if Chris Paul's hamstring doesn't go out, they probably win that series. And who knows? But that's the wrap on them, bro. And I think it just is what it is. He is who he is, and it just is what it is.
Yeah. I think it's starting to sort of look like that. Like I think him, Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, those guys, they're gonna be remembered as the guys who just never could get over the hump. In the playoffs, they just, kind of, and like you're saying, that's gonna be the deciding factor. Like we talk about Draymond and Austin, this little whole argument. Well, James Harden and Dwayne Wade, if we got 28 times of you having more turnovers than made field goals,
right?
Don't talk to me about no Dwayne Wade when he was a Finals MVP at 23.
Yeah.
It was 23 or 25, one of them, but he was a young Finals MVP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's hard to make that argument. And Dwayne Wade, we know he played on both sides of the basketball.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He's between. I don't know. I would give the edge to Jordan, but he's probably that make him like the second best at like coming from the backside and blocking shots on the bigs. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody shooting a free throw. Like his ability
blocks by a guard.
Yeah, like his ability to like time that up.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was really good at that.
Yeah, most blocks by a guard in NBA history. Yeah,
D Wade, bro. You're talking about he was a complete basketball player in that way. Here's the problem with James Harden, though. See, this is what they don't want to talk about. He's out there really getting locked up. And these Thompson twins, I got to tell you, bro. I mean, your boy in Minnesota is a full YN. What's my boy name over there? Jaden.
McDaniels.
Yeah, he's a full YN. They not that level, but the Thompson twins ain't ducking no smoke, though, bro. They really like playing defense, so they ain't ducking no smoke. See, this right here is part of the problem. You said, where they from?
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Oh, really? I ain't know that. I ain't realize that.
Yeah. Them boys from Broward.
Yeah, they ain't duck. Look. Hey, don't try to bump into me, dog.
The test to endure, the challenge to watch Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren.
Hey, I don't even know. I bet you them boys Haitian. Now that I say that, I bet you they from that area. I bet you they Haitian.
They with all that, bro. They with all that.
The test to endure, the challenge.
And come on, James. We know no disrespect. We know you ain't know what you gonna do, Jay. You're not gonna throw hands and get kicked out. You ain't no tough guy talk like that. But that's a part of the problem, bro. Is that this dude is aggressive with you. Here go a play right here. This was happened right before that particular play. Watch this.
From Davey Bickerstaff's perspective, you can't retaliate.
Yeah, Brady, great call. Retaliate.
Yeah, because you do an elbow hit me in my face.
You can't retaliate.
I'm going to get active now.
Yeah, Brady, great call. Retaliatory after James's arm had come up and hit him.
Hey, them boys
Davey
big.
Bickerstaff.
Like to be so young and like newcomers of the league, you're right though. They not backing down. They would whatever. Yeah.
They really both hang their hat on the like. I like them better as defenders. I know like the Thompson twin in Houston, they trying to make him play some point, but like them as defenders is right. At least right now in their young career, that's where they're most valuable to me right now because they don't back down. They can guard really 1 through 4. If we're being honest, you know what I'm saying?
I said Haitian, they Jamaican.
Okay, well, yeah.
You can see it. You can see.
They with all that action.
Them boy don't play, you know. Them boy don't play.
You ain't finna punk one of them Thompson twins, fam. I'm just gonna let you know that. Take that, stop that right now.
Nah,
but this right here, though, Lord have mercy. Can somebody go? I know they won tonight, but can somebody please go check on Tobias Harris? Lord have mercy.
Getting shifty. Tobias.
Lord have mercy.
Hold on, I need to see that one more time.
Can we please go check on Tobias?
Dance. Let me have this dance right here.
Mitchell. Getting shifty. Tobias goes down, and Mitchell got the hoop. Mitchell.
Oh, my Lord.
Mitchell. Getting shifty. Tobias goes down.
That's what that was.
Boy, listen, man, leave that man alone. First of all, let me just back it up. This is not gonna be a full breakdown, but look at this stance he ran out. He ran out there fully standing straight up, trying to play defense. He's standing straight up. He's not in no defensive position. Look, he's standing straight up. Yeah, come on, man. You gotta bend them knees. That boy hip went. That boy jumped in the air.
Yeah, that boy hip gave out. He tried to take one more step. Well, no.
Getting shifty.
Shout out to Tobias, man. He had a good first round too.
Tobias. I remember when Tobias was in Orlando, we was looking like, man, we wasting a lot of money on Tobias, and we were so happy to get rid of him and send him to Philly. Philly felt like we wasted a lot of money on Tobias.
Yeah,
Tobias Harris is earned every single dollar, and he's about to get another contract. And Tobias could help any team. Tobias could help any team right now.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. That's a testament to the guys who are on the brink of, like losing their cool. Tobias, he was ridiculed. Like he was the butt of a lot of problems. He was the scapegoat. Like he stayed down. He kept working on his game. He kept the right attitude, kept a job, and now Tobias he cemented his worth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean he's what I call a professional basketball player, right? It's not, and I say that, and that sounds weird, but like you're saying, because he stayed ready, because he was a guy. No, he wasn't a lottery pick, but he got a big some big contracts, and he could have easily been like, man, I'm not performing these contracts, and just kind of just like we seen guys just kind of fizzle out and fade away.
Like, I got my money. All right,
there you go. You know what I'm saying? But he stays ready. When you put him in the proper situation, the proper role, he's still good. He still shows. He had 21 points tonight. He's still effective. Where did he go to school? Tennessee, I think.
Tennessee.
You know what I mean? Like he's, what does he go? 6'7", 6'8".
Like
he can
6'8".
shoot it. Mm-hmm. He can kind of like a poor man's Joe Johnson, to where like he can shoot the three, but he can also, because he got kind of a wide build, kind of a, I'm saying, he's not a muscular dude, but just kind of a stout build, so he can take you to the block. You know what I mean? So, like he has a lot of nuance to his game. I think him playing with somebody young like Cade, he's been a real asset to Cade, because Cade is gonna do what he does. But in those stretches, like tonight, there was a couple stretches where like Cade was kind of didn't have it going. Okay, this is when we give it to Tobias. He can get, kind of like Carmelo Anthony. Like if Carmelo, I think that's the role that Carmelo thought for himself as he got older. Mm-hmm. But he started going to teams where they wanted, like he went to Houston, he wanted to shoot threes. He went to Portland, they had different ideas. I think Carmelo thought he could be in that role maybe when he went to OKC, right? Where like, yes, it's Russ's team, it's PG's team. But if stuff slows down, if I'm in with the twos, with the second group, we throwing it to Melo now. Let me ISO work out. You know what I'm saying? That didn't work out for Melo. But Tobias, like you said, at 33 years old with this situation, man, hats off to him, because he took a lot of flack around the league for a long time, especially in Philly.
Yeah, they was making him the problem for sure. And right now, he would be helping Philly major. With Orlando, he would have helped us. He was the difference maker. He's been a major difference maker. And he's been playing great defense over there. So shout out to Tobias.
Yeah, man. They look, we talked about Cade on Tuesday. I'm starting to look at Cade like, maybe he might. He's not. I'm never gonna put him over Giannis. But if we start talking about under Giannis, all right, Cade's making a case for himself, Ross, is all I'm saying. He's making a case for himself.
Jalen Brunson.
Right now, I would take Jalen. Right?
Jalen Brunson.
But I'm telling you that, like, we're watching Cade as we speak make the case for himself, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying.
Sure.
Yeah, he's making the case. Because what is Cade? How old is Cade? How old is he? He's 24 years old.
Yeah.
So he's right now making the case for himself. You know what I'm saying? Because look, the reality is, especially in the NBA, playoffs is where you make your money and your reputation. right? Like, yeah, you can win some regular season awards, but the playoffs is where. That's why somebody like Jamal Murray, we look at him a certain way, not because he don't got he got 0 All-Star appearances, right? Like
1 this year, I think this
but
year.
which was weird because they doing the whole
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, okay, but the reason we look at him the way we look at him is because what he's been able to do over like the last 4 or 5 years in the playoffs. Robert Horry, it's not just that he got the 7 chips, it's that in the playoffs, he's come up big, he's come up clutch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to do that stuff when the money's on the line. So, yeah, shout out to K, shout out to the Pistons. They up 2-0, and I got to backtrack before we go to some other stuff. Let me make sure I give the Pistons some props, Ross, because I was hard on the Pistons when they were down. It looked like they might not get out of that first round.
Against Orlando.
Yeah, I was like, you had Orlando in the second round already, and I was right there with you. Like, you know what? It looked like it's a wrap.
Yeah.
So shout out to them. Big fella though. What's the big fella name over there? He was an all-star this year.
Jalen Duren.
Yeah, he still really hasn't. He hasn't really come up. Like, these playoffs been a struggle for him, bro. Tonight, I mean, they won tonight, but in 33 minutes, 8 points on 2 for 7. He did give you 10 rebounds. I mean, he was a presence. I can't say he wasn't a presence defensively, but I mean, 8 and 10. You know what I mean? Like, at least he rebounded the basketball.
Yeah. He had a little bit of impact while I was watching, but I think with them having him and making him as the second piece next to Cade, you got to really think about if he's gonna be worth the money. I think they do got to go and kind of rethink that out. I don't know if through this playoffs he's justified getting the major big bag. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people was thinking he was gonna be all NBA this year.
Yeah, you can probably get somebody at a cheaper number that can maybe do.
Yeah, like based off what I've seen from Duren, I would possibly explore testing out that trade market next year.
Yeah, because somebody will pay for him. He's just he seems a bit, at least to me, he seems a bit limited offensively in terms of just like throw it to you and just like, can you give me a bucket? You know what I'm saying? That ain't really his thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, I'm going to get Triple J over him.
Right. I agree with that.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay. Let's go here real quick. Let's talk inside the NBA for a second. We typically don't talk about other shows a lot, right? We try to just keep the content on us. Maybe we got to get into the content game when we start doing content, damn it. Shout out to Wack.
Yeah, we got to start calling them out, holding them accountable.
But, inside the NBA, Draymond was filling in last night for Shaquille O'Neal. So it was Kenny, Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, and Draymond filling in. Everybody's seen it at this point. It went viral with they started talking about, hey, what's the state of the Warriors? You know what I'm saying, at this point. And Barkley he basically said what he always says, is that like, yo, they're just the old team, and it's over. You know what I'm saying? They got a bunch of old guys between Draymond, Jimmy Butler, and Steph Curry. They're old, right? So we all heard the comments. We all heard the clap back. You want me to play? Let me check. Should I play at least Draymond's part, maybe?
I heard Draymond's part. I didn't hear Chuck if he clapped back. What did he say back?
Chuck never said anything back, really. And so I think that was kind of like the point. I think that was the so what Chuck did was he didn't say anything. He kind of just let it. I don't know how honest Draymond's going to be about it, but I think Draymond was trying to make a joke. And Barkley just, typically when Shaq responds with something, right, what does Barkley do? He just laughs it off. And Barkley didn't laugh. So when Barkley didn't laugh, it kind of made the mood a little bit more serious. But see, I've been telling people this for the longest though, Ross. Barkley's a fun-loving guy. He's done stuff like they done the All-Star stuff together. Him and Draymond, they did, so like some simulcast together. But Barkley don't like Draymond. Y'all forget, bro, that Barkley used to always say somebody needs to just punch him in his damn mouth. Somebody need to hit and punch. I wish somebody would just hit him upside his head. When Draymond would do all those stuff, like, somebody just need to hit him in the face, punch him in his eye. You know what I'm saying? He would always say that. He don't mess with Draymond like that. Now, look, he's gonna be professional, and he'll tolerate it, and I'm sure he don't got anything personal against him in terms of like he ain't ever did nothing to me. I just don't like the dude, right? And I think Draymond. You talk about Austin Rivers, and we can get to Austin Rivers in terms of Draymond as well here in just a second. You talk about how Austin Rivers comes off. Draymond, man, comes off. Draymond is an acquired taste, pause. And apparently the only person in the NBA who really is comfortable around Draymond might be Steph Curry. I don't know if anybody else. Who?
Bron, like he homies with Bron and them now.
Oh, Bron's doing psychological warfare. That's psychological warfare that Bron's doing. Yeah, I don't believe that. I think that when LeBron retires, I don't know if he might change his number on Draymond once he retires. He ain't got no need for Draymond no more after that.
You think the only person that feel comfortable around Dre is Steph? And that's funny because they're out of all people. They're complete opposites. And you would say Steph being more of a clean-cut guy, you would think that he didn't want all the smoke that comes with Draymond. But I think Steph deep down likes and echoes some of the sentiment that Draymond voices, but he just would never do that. Like, I think Draymond is bro, you got them friends from the neighborhood that's kind of like we all kind of know somebody kind of like Draymond. Like Draymond is the nigga that you want in your corner when you with him. Steph feels the most empowered because Draymond does that for him. Draymond is the nigga you want to. Draymond is the homie. Like, okay, if you had to pick one homie and we finna go make this trip together, I'm finna bring you. I know you finna make sure we straight. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, it won't, he don't mesh. I like Draymond because he's unapologetic himself. I think even like in that moment, him trying to tell that joke and it goes sour. Yeah. Like Draymond not getting weird and getting thrown off his pivot. Like you still got to finish the show. Whether Chuck took it the right way or not, you still got to come in here and finish this segment off or what, you know what I'm saying? Whatever's going on. And I think Draymond did a good job of keeping it moving, keeping it pushing, professionalism. Like that's a level of professionalism.
I mean, let me turn it. I got some music playing. Hold on.
I was about to say, I hear.
Yeah, I didn't hit the wrong. Hold on, hit the wrong button. My bad, y'all.
The meditative music going on with you.
Hold on, I don't know what happened. Hold on, y'all. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're not subscribed. I don't know what just happened.
That's that way you're getting a foot massage. That's that peace, calm, and now you got wrestling walkout music.
Hey, I'm a wrestling fan. At some point I gotta come on here and talk about that Hulk Hogan documentary. They did my boy Hulk wrong, man. I know black folks don't like Hulk. I'm an old school wrestling fan, so I'm different than y'all. But
I heard he didn't include none of the real controversy in there.
It's a lot, you know what I'm saying? I'll put it that way. I wasn't a big fan of it. I think somebody will do something at some point later on with Hulk. But let me say this about Draymond. And everybody's been saying this. When you're on TV, one of the lovable things about Chuck is that he's okay with poking fun at himself, right? He's okay with being the butt of the joke. I ain't never want to chip, no problems, right? If you recall, when Shaq first came to TNT, it was cringe for a while because Shaq was taking everything too serious. Mm-hmm. Shaq wasn't having fun. And people thought that like Shaq and Barkley were really good. Like I think most people were tuning in thinking this might be the night that Shaq and Barkley actually throw hands. Because Barkley is going to – one thing about Barkley, he going to give his opinion, right? And Shaq was taking everything so personal. And I think Draymond is in that – Draymond got some insecurities about him for whatever reason, right? I don't know what it is. But he has, like, I can only count it. And I hate trying to diagnose somebody, but it just, this is the way it comes off. Because somebody who everybody acknowledges is a Hall of Famer, somebody who has a handful of rings from championships, is no reason to be that, combative when somebody says something. It's like, bro, you good. You won. Like, you were a second-round pick, right? We were second-round pick, right?
Yeah.
You were a second-round pick. And look at what like you beat the odds, right? Like you beat the odds, you proved everybody wrong. Now I get it, because I always say people like players like Pat Bev, players like what's my dude to play for the Celtics? Went to University of Texas, the point guard.
Avery Bradley.
Players like Avery Bradley, right? Like they have to play a certain way. Like that's the only reason I'm in the league is because I play this way, right? I'm a bulldog on defense. I'm after you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not backing down. So I get it, Draymond. You're an undersized power forward, right? The only reason you're in the league is because you play this way. So I get that you adopt that type of personality. I think that's where him and Steph connect, because Steph has Steph ain't I bet you Steph don't got how many dunks you think Steph has for his NBA career? If you had to put a number on it, over under.
I think about 80.
80? No way. Let me ask. Ain't no way he got 80 dunks? No way. I'd bet my life savings.
Less or more?
Way less.
Nah, Steph got 80 dunks for sure.
Let me ask. Hold on. What y'all think in the chat?
Over and under on dunks for his whole career.
Let me see. If we got a number. As of March 2025, Steph Curry has recorded 27 career regular season dunks.
What? No, that means
Hey, you think he dunking more? How many playoff dunks you think he got?
that was this regular season.
That wasn't this regular season. Was it this regular season? No, that's in his NBA career. I'm reading it. As of March, 27 regular season dunks in his NBA career.
Wow, it says he had 26 dunks through February 2019, then finally added another one in March 2025, his first dunk in 6 years, and only had one dunk since March 2025. That's
what I'm telling you.
That's crazy.
He may only have 3 playoff dunks. So let's give him 30 dunks for his career. Playoffs and regular season. That's what I'm saying. So you got Steph, who he's not like a great athlete. He's not like super fast. He not really. He is quick. He is quick. His footwork is spectacular, but he's not like a gifted athlete like that. So he's played, and he was built like, even though he's 6'3", but he's like, his frame is small, right? He's slender, right? Go ahead. What you got?
No, I can't believe that. That's crazy. He got one dunk in his playoff career.
See, I don't know where you came from with this 80 number. I don't know who you've been watching play.
No, because I'm thinking like, okay, he played however many years, like
you just thinking over some games maybe you didn't
5
see.
dunks a year, like should be about right. Like
that boy ain't dunking like that, man.
I'd like, let's say he played 60 games. All right, like he got a little breakaway, a little rim grazer. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you remember the one dunk he was gearing up for? Remember he slipped and fell?
Yeah.
That ain't what he do. So that's what I'm saying. I think because of his limitations, I think that's what they kind of like. Maybe they didn't even like verbalize to each other, but maybe subconsciously that's what they connected on. Is that like Steph, for as good as he is, he has limitations, and Draymond, for as good as he is, he has physical limitations, right? Mm-hmm. But both of them have that chip on their shoulder because of it. Now Steph, he displayed like he has like a zero laser focus is how he kind of, and Draymond, his is just, I'm with everything. I'm kicking, I'm scratching, I'm clawing. You know what I mean? So, but like they both kind of have that same thing. Again, and this is why they got rid of Klay, because he's an outlier, right? Because Klay, even though he's not a super athlete, what is Klay? What, 6'5", 6'6"?
I think Klay more like 6'6".
So we got Klay. I'm 6'6", so I'm a real 2-guard height, right? Like, and I do real 2-guard stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm a classic throwback 2-guard. I'm coming off screens. I'm Rip Hamilton. I'm Reggie Miller, right? Like he has a prototype.
220.
See what I'm saying? But he's a prototype, his build. So they looking at him like, yeah, bro, you've been like that your whole life. Your daddy was even though Steph's dad played, but Klay's dad was a number 1 pick.
Mm-hmm.
Like you've always been like that. You know what I mean? Like Steph went to Davidson, even though Draymond went to Michigan State. It was like Michigan State players are always seen as like scrappy players. You know what I'm saying? Like if you come from Michigan State, like you a scrappy dude. Michigan, that's where like the guys that are a little bit more polished, right? That's where they come from, is Michigan. Michigan State, yeah, Zebo. You know what I'm saying? Jason Richardson, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit more rugged type of game, you know what I'm saying? Like Mo Pete, those type of cats, you know what I'm saying? Like when you think Michigan, Glenn Rice, you know what I'm saying? Like a nice, pretty game, you know what I'm saying? Chris Webber, you feel me?
Yeah.
Jalen Rose, you know what I'm saying? A 6'8" point, you know what I mean? It's just, it's different. Hell, even if you go like modern day, like what was the point guard they had over there?
Trey Burke.
Trey Burke, you know what I'm saying? Like
I got Franz Wagner.
You know what I'm saying? Like hell, even Glenn Robinson III was like a smooth play. You know what I mean? So it's like Michigan State guys, it's a little bit more rugged, just like when you get a guy from Michigan State. Outside of Magic Johnson, name me a Michigan State player that had like a quote unquote pretty game. I know somebody going to give me somebody out there. I can't think of nobody off the top of my head though.
Gary Harris.
Gary Harris and the shooter, right?
He was
played for San Antonio for a little minute, right? Little bright skin cat. Yeah. But he never became like, you know, he was a good rotational player. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, his game was a little bit, it wasn't as rugged as a lot of those cats. They did have that one point guard I really liked a couple of years ago.
It was Keith Appling, or was it
no, the cat with the headband.
My little short boy.
I don't think he made the league.
Man, what was my boy name? We just was
really, you know me. I'm a real old school point guard. I really liked his game.
Cassius Winston.
Yeah. I think that might be him. Yeah.
Cassius Winston. Let me see. Yeah, that's Cassius Winston.
Yeah, see, I really liked his game. He's a old school college point guard. Run the team. I can get a bucket if you need me to. I love players like that. But I'm just saying that to say that, like, that's what it makes sense that Draymond went to Michigan State. You know what I'm saying? He came up under Izzo, the type of coach that Izzo is. I know he loved Draymond as a player, right? Izzo. Right. And so I get it. But for him to come out and say what he said, you know, hey, the goal is to never look like Charles Barkley did when he was in Houston. And I get it, man. He was probably joking. The joke maybe didn't go over, so now he's trying to double down.
Okay. My only point is Draymond said that in response, like the clip that's going viral.
Yeah.
They just showed that clip. Draymond said that in response to Charles saying pretty much the Warriors it's over for the Warriors. You know, y'all are old now. So I think Draymond in the whole clip, he used that as kind of like, we're going to keep going and we'll stop before we just prolong it and look like you did in Houston. But I don't think Draymond was like, I don't think it was I'm comparing my career to you. You know what I'm saying? I think it was more so like, we're going to keep rocking, but we're not going to get that, you know, we're not going to be that desperate because we already got a ring. Yeah, it was a little out of bounds. But I think with clipping and not giving context, it definitely comes off worse when you just like, dang, why Draymond just threw a shot at him like that? But, you know, knowing how Charles be talking about the Warriors, he been saying they done for the last 3 years. They're a bunch of old guys. They ain't got a chance. So
Yeah.
it's like, Charles did deserve a little
The
dark.
problem was though, Ross, that like people what he made people do, he made people go and pull up Charles's numbers in Houston. So Charles played 4 years in Houston. Excuse me. Charles played 4 years in Houston, Ross. Charles got to Houston in, I'm pulling it up right now. He got to Houston in 1990, the 96-97 season. I'm an old head. I am in 96-97. I'm in 8th grade. So I'm prime time. I'm super locked in at this point.
You was rooting for them?
Hell yeah. You know how I feel about Hakeem, pause.
Okay.
That's my guy. I think Hakeem I got him in the go combo. But that year, 96-97, Charles Barkley averaged 19 points and 14 rebounds a game. Let's not get it twisted out here. Let's not act like he wasn't hooping over there. And that's an older Charles Barkley. He averaged 19 and 14 that year.
That's pretty good.
You damn right. And that's playing next to Hakeem Olajuwon. And you got Hakeem over there and Clyde Drexler. So it ain't like you getting a whole ton of shots. You got two other Hall of Famers over there with you. Okay, my bad. I think the first year it's Drexler. I think Pippen comes in after that, maybe. Because I know Drexler's, I feel like Drexler's there when he first gets there. I could be wrong on that.
Let me pull up.
But definitely Pippen.
So that was the first big three right there. That they all went and joined Hakeem to create a big three.
I mean, hey, you ain't gonna get me there.
They wanted to beat Jordan so bad.
Yeah, Clyde Drexler was on that team. Yeah, so that was before Pippen got there. So that was the Pippen got there after that. Pippen had to get there after that because the Bulls won the chip that year, Ross.
98, 97, 98, right?
They won they won it. They won 3 in a row. So they won it 97, 98, 96, 97, and 95, 96. Yeah, and the Spurs won in 99. So yeah, that's pre Pippen. So his first year he was 19 and 14 in Houston. His second year he was 15 and 12. His third year he was 16 and 12. And his last year in the NBA he was 14 and 10, or let's give him 14 and 11.
And his last year was in Houston?
Yeah, his last year. Yeah. He still, for his career, even after his numbers went down, for Barkley's career, he averages 22 points and 12 rebounds. For his career. Yeah. And like, those career numbers go down once you keep kind of playing and you're not, you know what I'm saying, the player you used to be. Still 22 and 12 for his career.
Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, he was solid. Ain't no joking with Charles.
Yeah. And you talk about a dude who was playing a power forward in a much more physical league at 6'5".
Yeah.
And he's playing. He played through like that. He played in the 80s, right? Where there was Karl Malone, there was Kevin McHale, there was Tom Chambers. I'm trying to think of the power forwards. Daryl Dawkins.
Sean Kemp.
But that comes late. I'm just talking the 80s right now because he came in the 80s. Then you get the 90s with the Sean Kemps, the Antonio McDyess, the Rasheed Wallace, the then he played. He was still in the late 90s. All of a sudden, now you get in the mid 90s, you get Chris Webber come into the league because he put it around his back and dunked on Barkley in the mid 90s. You get Chris Webber, you get Larry Johnson, you get like you said, Sean Kemp, you get the whole time you got Karl Malone right there with you. You get Tim Duncan at the end of his career, at the end of Barkley's career. You get it's just so many really Sharif Abdul-Rahim. You get so many. You get a guy who was a tough guard for a lot of those old school power forwards. In played with Paul Pierce in Boston. Antoine Walker, who was out there shooting threes, playing the power. You know what I mean? So you get so many different versions of really you get a young Dirk Nowitzki coming into the league in the 90s, right? So he played against Kevin Garnett. I kind of forget Kevin Garnett, right? Coming into the league.
What year was Garnett? He was 96 too?
Garnett came in before Kobe. So he was
okay. He was before Kobe.
Like 95. Yeah, so because Kobe came in, like 96, I think. Kobe came in with who? Duncan?
96 draft with all them.
Yeah, Kobe came in. Yeah, so Garnett was 95.
Kobe Garnett was with Iverson.
Yeah, so it was Kobe, Iverson, Ray Allen, Kerry Kittle, Steve Nash, Marbury, Sharif Abdul Rahim, who else?
That 96 draft, they say
Antoine Walker.
Yeah, they say that was the best one.
Yeah, because you got 3 MVPs in that draft. Iverson, Steve Nash, and Kobe.
I ain't even think of Steve Nash. That's crazy.
Y'all be disrespecting. I keep trying to tell you, y'all better put some respect on Steve Nash's name. You got forget the Hall of Famers. We just talking straight MVPs. You got 3 MVPs.
He came out in Santa Barbara, right?
Yep. Shout out to Steve Nash. I've been hearing Melo make the argument for his class. Obviously, 03 is a hell of a class. The problem with the 03 class is they only got 1 MVP.
And that's Bron?
That's it. Who else won the MVP?
Wait, won the MVP?
Not a regular season.
Wow.
That becomes the problem. They ain't got no regular season MVPs. Even if you go to it that because I think 96 and then the Jordan draft class is the only one that we're rival with. Because in Jordan draft class, you got Jordan, you got Barkley, and you got Hakeem. So you still got 3 MVPs. Plus you got John Stockton in that draft.
Man, I gotta see best draft classes, NBA.
Yeah, that 84 class is a beast, bro. It's top heavy though. Like it's the best players, right?
1984, yeah, Jordan, Hakeem, Barkley, and Stockton.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, 96, Iverson, Steve Nash, Ray Allen, Marbury.
Yeah, 96 is
Bron, Wade, Melo, and Chris Bosh.
96 is deeper than everybody because 96. So who'd you name for 96?
96, Kobe, Iverson, Steve Nash, Ray Allen, and Stephon.
Okay, look, let me tell you who you left out. So you left out Abdul Rahim, Antoine Walker, Kerry Kittles, Peja Stojakovic, Jermaine O'Neal, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, all those cats is in that draft class, man. Mm-hmm. Everybody just made multiple all-star teams. like that class was top heavy plus it had depth. And that's just all first rounders. I ain't even got to I don't think it had nobody. Let me see in the second round. Jeff McGinnis. I was a big McGinnis fan coming out of North Carolina. Jason Sasser. Oh, my bad. I'm tripping. Randy Livingston. Shout out to Randy Livingston. He played a little while. He was a nice little point guard. But that's pretty much it, though. But, yeah, I mean, that's a deep class. I don't think that 03 has the depth.
08, D Rose, Russell Westbrook. That's 2 MVPs.
Yep.
Kevin Love.
Another 3 Hall of Famers.
DeAndre Jordan, Brook Lopez, Dragic. They always open.
That's some. So now we get into some depth, right?
Yeah. 2010, a bunch of letdowns. They was good though. John, Marcus Cousins, Gordon Hayward. It was top end. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like 96. See, I had this on my wall when I was in high school. They slammed. 99 had 9 All-Stars. Elton Brand, Sean Marion, Manu Ginobili, Jason Terry, Lamar Odom, Andre Miller, Richard Hamilton. Yeah, no true superstar, but it said just depth.
Yeah.
Okay, you ain't say this one. 85. Karl Malone, Joe Dumars, Chris Mullin.
Yeah, some Hall of Famers.
Who is Xavier McDaniel?
X-Man. That's who. That's that famous video where he go forehead to forehead with Jordan. That's Xavier McDaniel.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yeah. Where he was arguing with Jordan.
Yep.
Yeah, that was 1985. Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, Joe Dumars, and Chris Mullin. That's what, 4 Hall of Famers.
But it was only one MVP though.
Ewing never won no MVP?
Nope.
So only Karl Malone.
Only Karl Malone. And see, look, here's what 96 got that nobody else got. They got this picture right here that may be one of the hardest pictures in the history of life. Yeah. That's a hard ass photo. I don't know who came up with that concept in the Slam magazine, but that mofo hard, bro. Look at that. We forgot to name Marcus Camby, Stephon Marbury, Ray Allen, Kobe, Abdul Rahim, Jermaine O'Neal, Kerry Kittle, Steve Nash, Antoine Walker, Gerald Wallace is standing up there in front of Antoine Walker, and sitting down is that's Samaki Walker.
I don't know if that's the best one though.
Bro, you ain't gonna who deeper than that? Ray Allen now. Oh, look, you got Iverson not even in the picture, Ross.
Oh, I forgot Iverson. Okay.
Iverson's not even in the picture. Iverson not even in the picture, Lord. That shit is deep.
Yeah, if they had to do like a run against the other classes, they win.
That's all I'm saying. Like, that shit is deep.
Yeah. 98 had Dirk, Paul Pierce, Vince Carter.
That's hard. I ain't gonna lie. That's hard.
Jameson, Rashad Lewis.
Rashad was a second round pick, though.
Yeah. Dirk, Paul Pierce.
That was a crazy.
Carter's a good.
So not to put myself over, but fun story real quick. I'll be 30 seconds. That story was one of the, I think maybe I was on the news before when I was in like elementary, like running track, because we made like the Junior Olympics. But like I was on the news for the 98 draft in Houston. So for the 98 draft, obviously, you know what I'm saying? I told you I went to school with Rashad Lewis. I played with Rashad Lewis I was a freshman, playing on the varsity at that time. And so Rashad declared for the league, and the whole team came to went to our coach's house for a draft party. And so some of the news crew showed up because they wanted to get our reaction when he got drafted. Just so happens that the coach said, hey, everybody be here at a certain time. And I got there at that time, right? Nobody else was there. So it's just me and our coach's son played with us. So it's just me and our coach's son. And the crew for the news, they came early because they want to set up, get the right angles, get the lighting, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm just happened to be there. And it was like, hey, we're finna throw it back to the station to talk about the draft. Do you and him, me and the coach's son, right, my teammate, do y'all want to talk about the draft? Hell yeah, I want to talk about the draft. So, yeah, we got on the news talking about, hey, you know, they interviewing us on the thing. Hey, how do you feel about that? Everybody should like, hey man, we saw you on the, what the hell? I'm like, y'all niggas wasn't here. You know what I'm saying? I was there, bro. So I'm on there somewhere in the archives. You see a young Rolex Risky as a freshman. I only played with Rashad for about 10 games. They asking me about Rashad. I'm like, yeah, man, that's the homie, man. Yeah, man. So, you know, he got some game, man. He do this and he do that. I'm going in. But yeah, shout out to him. And then it was it. Say it again.
What did he go in the draft?
He went in the second round. It was a sad night. It ended up like everybody ended up like the camera's crews ended up leaving.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was sad because so the story we had got was that the Houston Rockets were going to pick him up. The Houston Rockets had 3 first-round draft picks that year. 3 first-round draft picks, bro. And they did not pick that man up.
The hometown kid.
They did not pick him up. Now, with the first pick, they took what's his name? Michael Dickerson from Arizona, who had a really good year at Arizona, I believe. I think he had a really good year. The next pick, they took, no disrespect, but they took a point guard named Matt Maloney, white point guard from, I think, like Valparaiso. he hit a big shot in the NCAA tournament that put him on the map. He wasn't shit in the league. And then with their third pick, they took like a foreign player, somebody from like overseas.
I'm looking, Mursad Turkan.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he ever even played for the team.
Mursad Turkan.
And like they had like Rashad was in the green room. So you know what they do? Like I think he was one of the reasons that like they started putting certain rules in for like the green room thing. Because you know they only invite players to the green room who they feel like are gonna be the top picks.
Mm-hmm. So
he was still in the green room crying because now he's a second round draft pick. You know what I'm saying? So that was that was a tough night for us.
They ended up getting Coutinho Mobley in the second round too.
Shout out to Mobley. Yeah.
The Rockets.
Yeah, like none of their first round picks panned out there. They had 3 first round picks, none of them panned out. Now, Eric Dickerson, to be fair to him, it was injuries with him.
Who's Bryce Drew?
Okay, it wasn't Mobley then. My bad. I said Mobley. They took Bryce Drew. That's who's from Valparaiso. I said Mobley.
Valparaiso.
Bryce Drew. Yeah, that's the white point guard. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what he was.
Yeah. He wasn't shit.
Wow. So your boy, where he ended up getting? I'm trying to find him.
Rashad was like one of the first couple of picks in the second round.
Seattle. Yeah.
Yeah, he went to Seattle. Yeah, he went to Seattle. He played with Ray Allen in Seattle. And
at that time in Seattle, Ray wasn't there. Ray was still in Milwaukee.
No, Ray. He played Ray. I think Ray may have came. No, Ray left Seattle and went to Milwaukee.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Ray was in Seattle.
Oh,
Am I tripping? Yeah, he was in. Yeah.
No. It was still Gary Payton though. Gary Payton, Detlef Shrimp, Vin Baker, Hersey Hawkins, Jelani McCoy. I hear.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, you're right. But Ray got there though. Like when did Ray get there?
I was coming of age.
Yeah. He got there right when.
Because I remember Ray put us out a couple years in Milwaukee when he put T-Mac out. Ray and Tim Thomas and them boys.
He had big dog Glenn Robinson with him over there.
Glenn Robinson, Tim Thomas.
You're right.
They put us out a couple years.
Because they lost. They actually, if I'm not mistaken, didn't they? I think they lost in Eastern Conference Finals to that 76ers team that played with Iverson that played the Lakers, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Ray Allen, bro.
Ray and Iverson beat Vince Carter. Back. Mm-hmm. It was both of them. Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. Rashad came up the hard way though over there in Seattle. He had to like really grind it out. And I remember that night.
Third, fourth year, he was at 18, 16, 17.
It was such a sad night, bro. I would love to get Rashad on the show because I got some moments with him that like nobody else has. Because I was there with, obviously I was on the team in high school when we lost. We didn't even make the state. Forget the state championship. We didn't even make the state tournament. I mean, we made the playoffs, but we didn't make it to like
y'all didn't get
the Final Four.
Yeah.
Of the state. We didn't even make that.
Y'all didn't get past regional.
No, we lost in the regional finals to get we lost in the game to go to state. Yeah, we lost in that game. And for whatever reason, I was sitting right next to him. And when he came in the locker room, he just like collapsed on the floor. Crying. And it just so happened all my clothes was laying under this Negro. And I'm not finna say nothing. I'm just
ruin your whole fit.
Bro, I'm just sitting there. Everybody else is getting dressed and like, hey, I'm just like, bro, what you want me to say, fam? I can't, I'm not gonna say anything. This man is like balling. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, can you watch out? You on my clothes.
Yeah, right. Like, so yeah, man. Shout out to
you a fit, man. Or shout out you a fit.
Bruh. I tell you what, though, we weren't even gonna accept our second place medals and our regional runner-up trophy. I will say this about Rashad, man. He made us go up there and accept that. Like, we was like, man, fuck all that. He was like, nah.
Yeah, that would have been out.
Yeah, he was like, nah, we going up there to get that. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of a sad day, Well, it's been a sad day for all the Minnesota Timberwolves fans. Woo.
Why is it sad, Ross? It's 1-1.
Nah, man. A lot of people jumped out the window game 1, man.
But
Perkins on TV talking about it could be a sweep. My homie called us back 1,000,000 times, sending me every clip of all the talking heads, talking about San Antonio. They talk about the others on Minnesota. Shout out T-Shan. I love T-Shan. They talking about T-Shan and McDaniels and them better than San Antonio supporting cast.
Whoa! Hold on, you finna get like me with Houston now. What you saying about T-Shan?
Julius Randle. They telling me Julius Randle ain't no answer for Randle. I'm like, come on, man. Then you got San Antonio show up last night. Castle start early, playing pestering on defense. You got Wemby tip slamming, doing all this stuff. Hey, I just want everybody. I know we love Ant. Ant's probably my favorite player in the NBA as of now. So I'm always rooting for Ant. But as far as this whole little Minnesota train, everybody just need to hold on a second. Hold on a second. Salute San Antonio. They handle business. They look good. They got some confidence. That game right there, boy. That was some shit. It was up 45 and going. What was it with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter? Up 45 points. So now they going to Minnesota, 1-1. Home court Minnesota advantage. Spurs look good, though. Spurs look good. Then I'm live update right now. We got the Lakers and OKC. Lakers had got the lead, went up 2. Man, OKC on a run right now. OKC's up 11. Their defense is completely locked in. 2 teams look far better than the rest, I will say.
OKC kind of has that that Warriors thing to where like they would just go. Remember when like the Warriors, they would be like the game would be close, and then they would just go like on a 12-0 run. You know what I'm saying? Like
there was a time with the Warriors where if you weren't up 20 with about 4 minutes, they could always make a run and make it a game.
Yeah.
And then the Warriors had this thing where the end of the third quarter, they would just always put together a good 3 minutes.
Yep.
Next thing you know, you down 10. Next thing you know, halfway through the fourth, you down 20. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right. But I'll say this, man. Look, if you're Minnesota, you wanted to leave San Antonio with a split. You would have liked to gotten 2, but you left with a split. So now technically you have home court. And like Ant told Charles Barkley a few years ago, when he said, "Hey, I'm looking forward to going to Minnesota. Bring your ass." Pause. Bring your ass. And we got to remember, Ross, in these 2 games in San Antonio, Anthony Edwards didn't start either game because of the, coming off the injury. I think he starts game 3. I think it energizes that crowd when they announce Anthony Edwards in the starting lineup for game 3. I think they win game 3. I think game 4, if San Antonio wants to make this a series, game 4, I think is this game that San Antonio, for them, that's a must win. If I'm San Antonio, I think they lose game 3. Now, if they win game 3, then what I'm saying is null and void. But I think they lose game 3. That now means they got to push all their chips to the middle of the table for game 4 because they can't go back to San Antonio down 3-1. You got a young team. Now, sometimes youth can be good because you don't know any better. You're just going to play hard. But Minnesota got a team now. They've got some playoff experience. They're going to go in there trying to end stuff game 6. You know what I'm saying? If they go back to game 5, going back to San Antonio. So I think they lose game 3. They go down 2-1. You got to get game 4.
See, I'm opposite than you. I think now we've yet to see Wemby kind of put it together. I think this next game has to be the Wemby game. This is where I want Wemby to go out and just dominate. And I think Wemby got to take that on his back. Okay, this is your time to go into a away arena in the playoffs and cement your legacy. So I'm looking for San Antonio to beat them in game 3. And then you put the pressure on Minnesota. You got to win a game 4 or either it's going to be over in 5.
That's tough. Look, I think Minnesota, as of today, they have the best player in the series. Now, his health is a question because he's still coming back. But I think Anthony Edwards, when healthy, I know Wemby's on his heels because he does so much. But I think Anthony Edwards is the best player in the series. And those other players, I think, are going to play better at home now. Some of those guys. I mean, game 2, the good thing about that for Minnesota, I think game 2 is good for both teams. Because if you're San Antonio, you're saying, see, if we play good, this is what we can do. But if you're Minnesota, you're saying, man, we ain't even play good. We just didn't play good. You know what I'm saying? We lost. We got blown out. We ain't play good. So, game 3, let's see. How many of those games from San Antonio, from those young players, are going to travel? This is where, I hate to harp on this point, Ross, but this is where De'Aaron Fox becomes important. Because he's supposed to be the guy that sets the tone in these game 3s. He's the vet. He got the playoff experience. He's supposed to be the guy to come in these games. I'm not even saying necessarily scoring, but just set a tone. Maybe it's playmaking. Maybe it's just leadership. Maybe it's being vocal. Maybe it's playing deep. I don't know what it is, but he has to set some type of a tone. I agree with you that, like, Wemby needs a signature game. I know he had all those blocks in game 1, but they end up losing. You would love to see Wemby come in game 3 and have a signature playoff moment. I think Wemby's maybe a year away from being able to do that personally. But if he can be a year ahead of schedule, I'm here for that too. I think Wemby's super special. I think barring injury, Wemby wins multiple championships, multiple MVPs, and multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards. Barring injury. I just don't see a world where he doesn't.
Right. Too many threes for me at this point. But yeah,
I agree with that too, yeah.
I think it gets better.
Yeah, he got to cut down on those threes. But, you know, with his size, the way he's built, he's going to get bigger just as he gets, you know, naturally as he gets older. He'll fill out a little bit. But, I mean, like Kevin Durant filled out a little bit, but he's not going to fill out much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I don't think that he can get that Giannis body, pause, because Giannis, it's crazy how people don't realize how skinny Giannis was when he first, like how small he was when he first came in the league. Let me see, can I do a side by side? Let me see.
But Giannis is kind of like broad though.
He is. That's what I'm saying. Let me see, can I do a Giannis side by side? Like Giannis was like, he looks like a totally different human now. Let me see, can I pull this up? Oh, that didn't give me shit. Hold on. That didn't give me damn thing. Okay, here we go. Here we go, right here, Ross. Look at this is Giannis as a rookie, and then this is, I believe, like last season.
Oh yeah, completely different.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's two totally different people right there. So, and again, I don't think that Wemby gets to that dramatic of a change, right? Because he's 7'4", 7'5". So I don't think he gets those broad shoulders sculpted like that. But just being able to put on just any type of weight just to kind of, you know, put some bricks in his back pocket, so to speak, I think will go a long way for him.
Yeah, for sure.
My Lakers are finna go back to LA down 0-2. So that is what it is. The Knicks, Ross, 2-0.
Man, we talked about Michael and OG Anunoby. And boy, them boys showing their worth. Shout out OG. The Knicks look really good, man. I think the Knicks might find themselves in the finals, man.
I think so. And look, if you look at, first of all, we got to back up a bit. For people that don't know, right? they said what it was, but Embiid didn't play game 2. I saw something. It was knee and ankle pain or something. Knee and hip. I think. No. Hip and it wasn't knee. It was hip and ankle or so. It was hip and something, right? Whatever it was, he didn't play. So now you got to say, is this going to be a problem moving forward?
Yeah.
This is the Wemby thing. This is Wemby, bro. No, I mean, not this is Wemby. This is Embiid, right? This is what you get from him, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
And so, without if you look at the box score, they play. I mean, Paul George played. I mean, Mike Brown, not Mike Brown. Who's they coach over there? He's playing these players a lot of minutes. Paul George played 43 minutes for 19 points. Oubre played 40 minutes, 19 points. Maxey played 47 minutes, 26 points on 9 for 23. Edgecombe played 40 minutes, scored 17 points on 6 for 13. It's a lot of minutes, Ross, that they logged.
Yeah.
Only Josh Hart played 44 minutes and Brunson played 41. But Hart,
go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but like Hart playing those minutes though, he ain't out there scoring. He just playing defense, kind of space the floor type guy, swinging the ball. So
Mike Brown is not quite Tibbs, but Mike Brown, he still kind of depend on that on that starting lineup to play a lot of minutes. We both kind of have some questions about Mike Brown. I think Mike Brown's doing a hell of a job. Hell of a job. He's been going to his bench just enough to kind of keep him halfway fresh. Let's see if they don't gas out like they did the last couple of years. I think the adjustment to be able to go to Cat series though. We talked about Cat. We talked about it when they made the move for Cat. Cat, another guy similar to Tobias Harris. Cat's been a scapegoat for everybody. He's been a butt of a lot of jokes. We pick at his voice.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I thought it was a 3. What? I thought it was. What did he say? I thought it was a 3. Shout out Cat, man. Cat stay down. Cat showing up when they need him right now. Brunson's not doing what we kind of are used to seeing Brunson doing.
He's playing well. He's not going crazy, but he's playing well.
It's good. This is what we've been asking.
Yeah.
So, OG stepping up, Cat stepping up. Yeah, I'm loving what the Knicks are doing right now.
Cat got 20 points on 8 shots.
Right. And we talked about Cat not getting to the free throw line.
Yes.
To the free throw line. Cat's
7 of 9 from the free throw line.
Yeah. That's what he got to do. Cat's being aggressive. You remember a couple years, it was a problem with Cat committing bad fouls, staying in foul trouble, Cat staying on the court. You know what I'm saying? So
in Minnesota, he used to have a lot of dumb fouls.
Cat,
I'm with you on that.
He definitely showing his worth. I think a guy that's been scrutinized so much. Like, I love those guys. You can change your narrative. If Cat go and keep balling in his playoffs and go to the finals, let alone even play well in the finals and have a possibility to win a ring. But all them jokes, all that stuff, everybody got to put some respect on this thing.
I'm with you. And again, as I said, I said it Tuesday, I'm gonna say it again. If the Knicks get to the finals and they play OKC, I'm not trolling. I would take the Knicks.
Yeah, I don't know what you see, but I feel you.
I'm taking the Knicks. Well, what I see is I'm going to put some faith in Cat because they have no matchup for Cat. I know they got Hardenstein. I know they got Chet. I need for Cat to dominate both of those. Either one of those matchups, he got to dominate because one ain't got enough bricks in his back pocket. The other one just shouldn't have enough skills to guard him. So he needs to dominate that. Now it comes down to how they're going to officiate Brunson and SGA. So we'll see that. But you got Mikal Bridges and you got OG. So you got Lent. You got
yeah.
you got some size. You know what I'm saying? So
Got some bodies to throw at Brunson.
they definitely do. They could definitely wear Brunson down. That's what I'm saying. Like Bridges.
You're going to see Jason Wallace full court. Then you're going to see Caruso for a quarter. Then we're going to put Dort on you just to rough you up for a little bit. Boy, we got.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. Can we talk some hip-hop before we get up out of here for the night, Ross?
Let's do it.
Man, let me play this right here from French Montana. This is a sample from your neck of the woods.
What you talking about?
Hey, that's a banger right there, Ross.
Hey, what Max? So shout out Max B over there. You hear me?
That's a great sample. I always love that sample. That's such a great sample. I was like, why had nobody ever took that sample, bro?
Shout out Uncle Luke, man. Shout out
to Luke Skywalker.
That song right there in Florida, that's an era. Like, okay, that was my first. Let's slide to Miami on a weekday. We really ain't even supposed to be out here. Me and my homie. Hey, we done put our money together to get us a nice little hotel.
Right.
Booby trap for the first time. That's what that song reminds me of. You feel me? That a lot of good memories. That song right there. It was another played that. But with me, I got it.
Oh yeah, the drum with him and Jack. Yeah.
That's King of Diamond right there. Oh
really?
Like when that song came out, that's sliding to Miami on the Sunday night to be in King of Diamonds for the Monday. Live on Sunday, King of Diamond Monday right there. Some of them songs, I'm telling you, it hit different in Miami. Those are two.
I never thought of that song as a strip club song, but like as you're saying it makes sense.
Right. No, when that thing came out, that was everywhere in Miami.
Really?
That was everywhere in Miami. Yeah, that shit was going crazy. Because you gotta think that was the time when, like, bro, they got to do a damn 30 for 30 on the. When LeBron came to Miami, like Miami was lit, but I'm not even a Miami Heat or LeBron fan. Bro, they changed the nightlife. Like the music was just different. It was a different energy around Miami. So I just remember being down there. I remember the Heat game. I remember hearing that song. Like Rick Ross was just killing at that time. You had Jay-Z and them. Like, yeah.
I just landed in Rome, nigga.
Yeah.
All hail Caesar's home.
Right. No, that beat used to just play that. Like you just would hear that shit in the club. It would be a whole thing. Like chop. Like it just takes so long. The build up on the beat, just the whole energy. Like the club used to go crazy. You see,
hey, look at this. Look, Rick Ross couldn't even help but get involved. Max B throwing money. Look at watch Rick Ross. He ain't even like Rick Ross. I got to get involved. Yeah, this go. Shout out to Rose. Rose said, I'm on this one.
You know Ross on that song, man. Yeah, I
got to get on.
That had to be.
What you twerking, man?
Hey, I don't know who this is they got out there, but Max B trying to do something. Max B trying to. We didn't heard some of Max B lyrics. I don't know what he trying to do. We heard some of your bars, Max B.
Shout out Max. Yeah, man.
Let's talk about the verses though. Verses, French Montana, Rick Ross. Man, this was I put it this way. I don't know who they saying won, but this was a fun verses. I think it was coming off some of these other verses, the Tyrese and the Tank. I don't know what that was. Before that, who do we have hip hop before that? We had who was it hip hop wise? I can't think right now. But it was a couple verses that were just like
that one not too long ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
let's see.
So with some of these verses, so like the point that I'm making with some of these verses is sometimes like in a versus setting, I feel like it's supposed to be celebratory, right, for both artists, and sometimes it comes across, like
It was No Limit Cash Money.
Okay. That one wasn't bad.
It was no
That
limit.
one, I don't think that one was bad. It was okay. I think people left with a little bit of a sour taste, pause, because Wayne not being there. And they were like, damn, like, what if Wayne would have been there? It would have really set it off. You know what I'm saying? I think that one was celebratorial. But I think that's what I think versus should be a celebration. I don't think that we should, in my opinion, we shouldn't leave from a versus talking about who crushed who or who did what. I think it should just be, hey, we playing the music, everybody have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody, you know what I mean? Like, because if you go back to the beginning of verses, it started with Swiss Beats, right? And Timbaland, who got the best production. But they took it as a friendly rivalry, right? We just having fun. And then I think the first verses we got off of that, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Babyface and Teddy Riley, if I'm not mistaken. Because they were still doing on the producer-songwriter run. Because I know we got that Babyface and Teddy Riley, which was fun. They had fun with it. And then I think they did, at some point they did, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it like Earth, Wind, and Fire versus Isley Brothers, right? Those was like all the first couple ones, right?
Then they did
Keith Sweat.
It was Keith Sweat and Keith Sweat and Babyface.
No. Was it Bobby Brown, I think? No.
Bobby Brown,
yeah, Bobby Brown, Keith Sweat. Yeah.
And then they did Babyface and somebody else.
That's what I'm saying. Babyface, I think Babyface was like the second. It was Babyface and Teddy.
Bounty Hunter was a big one for them. Beanie Man
was. Hunter. But it was Babyface and Teddy Riley.
Teddy Riley, yeah. I remember T-Pain and Lil Jon did one.
That was
fun. You had Ross and Fabulous was an early one.
That one kind of
changed.
That's what I was gonna say. That Ross and Chains one was kind of
Yeah. Jadakiss and Fabulous. Then you had Gucci and Jeezy.
But you did before that. Hold on, you did have you had Nelly and not was it Luda?
It was Nelly versus Ludacris, I think.
Which was because they both did at that point. It was still COVID. It was from the crib. It was
right.
Those ones from the crib were kind of mid. You know what I'm saying? I wish they could have did that different.
DMX and Snoop Dogg was a big one.
DMX and Snoop was a big one. That was a cool one.
I'm looking.
112 and
Brandy and Monica was a big one.
Yeah, that was a big. But that one again, that was a big one. But the way it came off was kind of weird, though.
Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle.
That one was a cool one.
That was cool. It says their best critical response came from I got it right here, Jill Scott and Erykah Badu by the critics.
Oh wow.
They said because of the reasoning you said, because it was a celebration, it was nostalgic, it was sing-along laughter, it was no tension. It was a classy way to honor both of their success.
That's what it used to be at first, like
empowerment.
Yeah, it used to be like when the artists were talking back and forth, they weren't talking trash. Like I'm finna murder that song. It was like I love that song. You know what I'm saying? And then they would talk. They'll be like, "Yo, I love that track right there." You know what I'm saying? But this next joint I'm finna get into such and such inspired me on this. Da 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 da. And it would be like you said, like a celebration of the music. You know what I'm saying?
And Gucci and Jeezy changed it.
Yeah, it was some real tension in there with Gucci
and Jeezy, and like that for the longest, that was the pinnacle of the verses because the what if factor of something really going wrong was what made you have to go watch. So then after that one, we get the greatest hip hop night of all time. We get the Locks and Dipset, and I think the masterclass that Jadakiss put on is like, okay, now it turned into we want to see, you know what I'm saying? We want to see arguments on stage. We want to see somebody crash out. We want to see, you know what I'm saying? And a couple of you remember, oh man, probably the most hilarious one that didn't get no love is when Ray J was on there. And they all started singing Ray J's song for him.
Yeah, that was bad.
When he couldn't sing One Wish, you remember?
Yeah, that was bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, you know another one that was bad. So you said brought up Ray J. That Marion and Mario,
That one was terrible.
because of that was the first time I think people realized that Marion really can't sing like that.
I think that was all in the same night. That was all in the same night.
Was it? Okay, it may have been.
Ray
Yeah.
J
Oh yes, because they had the
opened
what's called
up.
before. Then they had that one. You're right. That was a bad night.
That was a bad night.
That was a bad night.
That might have lost versus their deal. That might have been why they had to sell it. Because that was a bad night, boy.
You right. Yeah, you right. Because of Marion, we was like I think people was like, oh, he can't sing. I was like, yeah, I was telling y'all this motherfucker can't sing.
Yeah. And then Ray J couldn't sing his song.
Yeah. And Mario is like, Mario can't, he's not a dancer, performer, entertainer like that, but vocally, he's a beast. You know what I'm saying? Like Mario vocally is a beast. And he just went out there and people forgot some of the classics that Mario got. He went out there and killed it with some of them joints. And yeah, that was a bad look. It took Marion still, in my opinion, still trying to come back from that because he took a major L.
Major L.
And that was coming off your group mate taking your lady. It was, it's a cold world.
Yeah, for sure.
It was a cold world for him.
But for this versus, we logged on and it was still going on. I definitely like the beginning. I like the energy that they came with. Ross kind of lost me a little bit when he tried to exclude Drake's parts. Just go ahead and play Drake's part. Even if you got to say something funny. And what it is they don't want Drake to be able to come and say, oh, I saw the versus battle. It sounds like me versus me. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But French came out with some bangers. French was going straight club anthems. And Ross came out. Ross has a certain of like what is it? Man, what do you call it? Like he can dominate the room with saying so little, like his antics, I guess it's just a flair to him where like Ross could just laugh and it like commands the room. Or Ross group, they said, hold on, we're gonna pour some Bel Air. And it was almost like he was shitting on. You know what I'm saying? Ross got a level of like delivery and just he's so cool. He got a little joke. You know, that's a Florida thing. You know, we John on people. Like I say one thing about Miami niggas, they got a level of stunting and shitting on you. Like they gonna shit on you. Like, oh boy, I see you got your new whip. Yeah. That ain't nothing. That's the type of shit. Ross gonna hit you with one of those. Yeah. I heard him. He asked the girl in the front row. Yeah, when I get you a G-Wagon, you better play this song first. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Ross gonna just stun on you a little bit. French, he just like, okay, another anthem. I got the club anthems. So I like the two different personalities. I don't know if French got the charisma as Ross has, but French, French is ladies man. He cool dude. He got a little street element to him too. You know what I'm saying? So French definitely can hold his own. I would give the advantage to Ross, but French definitely can hold his own.
I was, when French first came out, I was annoyed with French because they was giving him this ad lib, and I was like, no, that's Yin Yang Twins. See, well, I'm older, so for me, that's what the Yin Yang Twins used to do with their ad lib. So I used to be like, oh, yeah, that was the Yin Yang Twins. So I was like, hold on, why? But anyway, yeah, I get it though. And
then let me go. French got the hand. That ain't Kanye, because Kanye tried to take the hand.
Yeah. Hit it. Look at Rick Ross right here though. Shout out to Rose. Shout out to Max. They said Max B was the real winner tonight.
Right here. Entertain French right here.
Now I want to entertain Max B. He just came home.
Oh my God! Come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's do Max B.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, go. Look, Max, boy, he did a lot of time.
Hey, boy, Max.
He did a lot of time.
Max old nigga now too. hey, Max, boy, Max might have to find the bathroom now.
Don't get Max too turned up. Max might be off a honey pack. Don't get him too
Max
turned
at the Bel Air. You know, Max with that hat is terrible, Max. Shout out. Because you need that hat at home.
My boy Max, he want to show me your old school players. You dig? Shout out to Max B, man.
Okay, so that song right there, since that's Ross and French's song, I'm sure that was like more of a celebration. Like,
Yeah.
You're not gonna count this song versus neither one. I mean, that song right there, I gotta go tune back in. I want to hear them do Stay Scheming, Fire, Stay Scheming, go crazy on there. Shout out French and Ross, man. A lot of hits though. French got some shit, man. French got some shit.
French got a lot of joints.
Yeah.
French got a lot of joints.
French pulled out the These Hoes Ain't Loyal. People forgot he was even on that song.
Bro, French got like them sneaky joints that you be like, because I forgot that when he did All the Way, I was like, oh yeah, he is on I'm All the Way Up. I was like, oh shit, yeah. Like, oh shit. Shout out to French. Man.
What you want, I got what you need. That's French. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to All the Way Up. That was my joint when that came out. Yeah, man, look, it was a good night. Look, I love stuff like this for hip hop when it's a celebration because we got so much bad stuff. Like today we had two big things, right? It was reported that Yak turned himself in last night, right? And then you got YNW Melly. He got denied bond.
Two Florida niggas, huh?
Yeah, so like we had that came out. And it was like, damn, it's like that's all hip hop stuff. And at least we had this celebration tonight, you know what I'm saying? Because that was tough, you know what I'm saying? Like Yak, I don't know, exactly what he's looking at, you know what I'm saying? But it don't look good. And definitely with YNW Melly, it don't look good right now. So they talking about like it's gonna probably be like another year before they even get to trial.
Yeah. So, and they say he's on like maximum security. He only get a couple minutes of daylight a day.
Damn.
Melly. Yeah.
How old is he?
He's young, man. That's the thing. Melly might be what, 27? Let me see.
Damn.
Let me see how old Melly is. He young, man.
What kind of time he looking? He looking at some big. He on a murder beef? You said what?
He's looking at the death penalty.
Oh wow. Okay.
I think they denied the death penalty, but he's definitely looking at life.
Damn.
It's been 8 years. That's crazy.
He been in there that long?
So he's facing a potential life in prison without parole or the death penalty if convicted on 2 counts. Yeah. Yeah, they ain't playing with that.
And he's in Florida, yeah, because Florida, they like that down there with that law.
Yeah, he down there. And then Kodak did this stem from some Orlando shit. We was just on here talking about West Orlando, where your boy Cam Patterson's from. Mm-hmm. Kodak, they say hanging out in the hood, 2 cars. And a group of people surrounding the cars. They say got a bunch of calls of gunshots let off. Next thing you know, they pull up in the cars. You got somebody asleep with a gun on them. You got powdery substance on the floor of the car. You got lean in the car. You got a loaded handgun. They saying all this is in a bag that was seen on Kodak's Instagram. It's got some of the same items that was on Kodak's Instagram, and they got all this stuff, and then they don't have Kodak saying it's not his. Well, they went back and tested fingerprints and got Kodak's fingerprints. So now they charging him. It was so much lean and pills and all that they charging Kodak with trafficking. Because his fingerprints was on all of it. Yeah. And then they say, ironically, it was like in the same bag was stuff with Kodak's name on it, but he's claiming it's not his, you know what I'm saying? But then the bag had some money but they wanted the money, but they didn't want to take claim of everything else in the bag. So it just
Yeah, you gotta let that money go. You gotta take the L on that money.
yeah. I will say state of Florida kind of, it's been known they kind of have had it out for Kodak since he was a kid. Orlando don't play. Orange County don't play. Florida in general don't play. When they want you, they gonna find a way to get you. You gotta be on your P's and Q's. Like, if I'm Kodak, man, I know you be on papers and stuff. Like, I hate to say it because Kodak and NBA YoungBoy, but like, man, go move to. Okay, NBA YoungBoy chose Utah.
Yeah, he moved to Utah. Yeah,
On me, hey Kodak, go to Idaho or Montana or somewhere, and buy you up a whole
and do whatever you want to out there.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, niggas need to wisen up, dog. Like, how many times? Like, this whole free Kodak thing in Florida, this has been going on since like Kodak was 16. Like, it's only
just
so
keep them shirts. Just don't throw them shirts away.
Yeah, like Donald Trump don't pardon you.
Yeah, real talk.
The chance. Like, after a while, Kodak, your time gonna have come and gone. So sad to see.
And it's too bad for Yak, man, because like Yak had a real window where he like musically, he had a window to make a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really had the youth. He was, every time he dropped, people was going crazy for it. But
and
like,
he just made a whole lot of money.
I know, but apparently, like, based on, I don't know what he's doing with that money. He might be smoking it all up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it is what it is, man. It's his money. He can do what he wants to with it, I guess, right? If that's what he chooses to do. You know what I mean? Like, that's the game. The game is the game. the game is the game. Because I ain't gonna knock whoever allegedly selling it to him. I ain't gonna knock them for getting their paper, right? The game is the game.
100% correct.
You know what I'm saying? So the game is the game. But that's what I'm saying. Because of all of that stuff, I think that's why it was good, at least at the end of tonight, to see French Montana, to see Rick Ross just celebrating hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Something positive. It's a versus, but we not being adversarial. You know what I'm saying? We not taking I didn't hear them take no shots at each other, no subliminals.
Oh, they really homies though. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We just I thought Tank and Tyrese was homies until the verses. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, it was one point where French played the song with Bossman D-Lo that "Give Me More Chicken," and even Ross the DJ, he said, "You know what, French? I ain't gonna lie to you. Real Florida shit. That shit doing numbers in the city." He's like, we fuck with you, French. Like, you got to keep it 100. Like, French, like, I always got love for Miami. I never turn my back on Miami.
See, I like stuff like that though. You know what I'm saying? I like stuff.
What's a fun matchup like that you like? That was one that we didn't think we needed, but with the friendship and with the how even it is hit wise, it worked. What's a matchup you would look forward to?
I'm trying to think of somebody that's gonna like have fun. You know,
I like the regional matchups too, though. Like, French is not from Miami, but he spent enough time in Miami. Like, he got Miami hits. He still got his New York shit, but French is close to kind of like a down south artist. Yeah. Then you got Ross. Ross can get in this rap bag, but then he got the hits. I like that it's still a little bit regional. Like, New York would probably, if we were a New York-based podcast, we probably would be leaning a little bit on French's side.
Right,
I'm a Florida nigga, so I'm leaning a little bit on Ross's side. What would be like maybe a Texas, or like what would be like a good matchup? Like, even if it was like Louisiana versus Texas or Atlanta versus Texas. Like,
so it wouldn't hit the same now, but I think maybe with something with like UGK and like 8 Ball and MJG, or UGK and maybe I know 3 6 Mafia win against Bone Thugs.
Yeah.
But like regionally though, like I think it like in like the deep south, if you did UGK versus 8 Ball and MJG.
They got a lot of music together too, right?
They do. you know what I'm saying? Pimp C ain't here to see that, so that might be difficult. You know what I mean? That might be kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? But like that would have been like big. In Texas is. I was trying to think Texas specific, but I don't think Cats got enough. I mean, you got Scarface. I just don't see anybody that can stand up against Scarface. In the South, I think the only person like in terms of like an individual artist that can stand up against Scarface would probably have to be T.I. But I think T.I. got too many like big hits, like too many just like real like I don't like because Scarface is such an he's a decade before T.I. artist, so he would just get overwhelmed by like you know what I'm saying like the new age. So I don't know who
I would almost go Scarface versus like a up north nigga. Like,
yeah, I think he'd have to go get somebody up north. I'm with you. Yeah, he'd have to go. I just don't know who that matchup would be for face.
My boy Paul Wall could get on the verses, though. Paul Wall got enough. Paul Wall got enough.
He got charisma. He got the charisma. He got some features.
Verses.
Yeah, he got some features. Paul Wall and
okay, is there a Houston like producer that may?
I mean, DJ Premier's he from Houston, so like, but like he does like a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like in Houston, it's only 3 DJs that really, if we're gonna be honest, that like really made the city. You got DJ Premier, DJ Screw who passed, and Mike Watts who passed. So like that's the sound of the city. You know what I'm saying? Other than them, you got OG Ron C, but he came up under Michael Watts. So DJ wise, you know what I'm saying? Like that, those were the DJs. You know what I'm saying? Those are the DJs. I mean, Premier's still out there, but he kind of doing different stuff. It like Houston, Houston's music is so regional. You know what I'm saying? Because like we get some hits that go nation, but it's like one-offs. Like "Wanna Be a Baller" is a one-off from you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna show you how divided y'all are and how messed up you are. You ain't even acknowledged the biggest thing that ever came out of Houston. Travis Scott.
But see, again, Travis Scott is a cat
that really from Houston, though.
Yeah, we don't know if we really consider him a real,
man.
You know, when we talk about, and look, I think I'm showing my age in that as well. When I talk about Houston artists, I guess not my age, because I would consider Sauce Walker a Houston artist, but like I just look at Travis a bit different. I don't even think Travis would do a versus. I think Travis sees himself like Kanye, like Jay-Z. I don't think that he would like Drake. I don't think that he would even do a versus at this point in his career.
Travis wouldn't be able to keep it cool. Travis would go out there and act a fool. Like he wants too much creative control.
Okay, yeah, right.
I can't see Travis sitting there nodding his head to somebody else's music versus it. Like, you know what I mean? Like how we say like Ross is vibing with French Montana song. Like that was the one knock, like why I think Kanye probably could never do it. Like I just can't see them like sitting there on the
celebrating
side,
somebody else.
like celebrating while they
ain't gonna be no celebration. That's what I'm saying. Like I think we're getting to the point to where like a lot of guys have done it, and I think the people that haven't done it are never gonna do it. I would love to just for funsies. I know this group came from them, but just for fun, I would love to see New Edition versus Boyz II Men on some R&B shit. Because literally, Boyz II Men, their group is named from a New Edition song, right? But just for like the culture, just like to have fun, you know, they just came off a tour together, right? I think that would be fun. That's old school R&B. Maybe when Usher
Edge and 112 had a good.
They did one, yeah, they did one, and they had beef, and like people didn't know how that was gonna go because they had like some beef.
Yeah.
Maybe once the Usher and Chris Brown tour is done, maybe they do a versus again just for like to celebrate.
Okay, who would you like? I would love to see Boosie do a versus. Who you think could match up with Boosie? Because Boosie would go crazy in the verses.
I don't know if Boosie got enough tracks to mess with Tip.
Yeah, Tip is tough. We already talked about Tip.
Yeah, I think Tip a tough out. So that's what I'm trying to see. Like,
Tip might have should have went against Ross.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to match it up even. So like
Tip
for
and
me,
Ross, or either Tip and Jeezy. Tip and
Yeah.
Jeezy might be a really good one.
that's what I'm saying. When I'm looking at the matches, I'm trying to match it up to where like it's a like both sides are like about the same, so it can be like really competitive. Because I think Tip, for a lot of these cats, he washing a lot of people.
Yeah, I think Tip is watching a lot of
He
niggas.
washing a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's difficult. But I think Boosie will be a problem for a lot of folks too, though, on a certain level. I think Boosie's a big problem. Yeah, Boosie's a big problem.
Jeezy is a problem. Jeezy is a problem.
Jeezy is.
Watch Gucci. I would like to see Jeezy get another round and like really go against somebody who's like a rapper, like a Tip or somebody like that. We talked about Plies would be a problem. Plies and Boosie might be, even though I think
I think that might be it.
Boosie.
I think Plies and Boosie is good.
For Plies, though.
You think so?
Plies ain't got no smoking on purpose or no set it off. Plies ain't got.
Hey, but I think Plies might outrun them though. I think longevity Plies might out. I think the big tracks, yeah. I think Boosie wipe me down. Yeah, I think Boosie might crush him like on like some nuclear bombs. But I think if we doing 20 tracks, I think Boosie might. I think Plies can maybe outrun him for 20.
And longevity.
Yeah, over the course of 20.
Yeah,
man.
We're gonna have to eventually get Outkast somehow, some way. I think they got too many hits. They're too dynamic.
But who do they go against though?
Too historic. I mean, I don't care if you gotta just give me Big Boy. Give me Big Boy versus somebody. Outkast. We talked about Dungeon Family just in general. CeeLo Green, Sleepy Brown. Like,
I mean, it would have to be Dungeon Family versus Wu-Tang. That's the only fair matchup.
Dungeon Family is washing anybody.
I agree with that. Nobody want to mess with Dungeon Family.
Dungeon Family is washing every single body.
Unless they do it in New York. That crowd gonna be New York biased. Andre gonna have to go up there again and say, we got the South guy something to say.
Yeah, the Wu might be the most overrated group to me. Even though I love the individual parts, I'm not really like a Wu-Tang. Like I'm listening to Meth, I'm listening to Ghost, I'm listening to Ray individual before I just go get Wu-Tang Clan.
I would love an old school battle, like old school hip hop. I would love to see LL Cool J against somebody.
That would be fire.
I would love to see.
I love to see Nas.
I would love to see Nas.
Nas. Yeah. Nas and Scarface.
You know what? That might be about you might.
Yeah. Would be fire.
I think in terms of like big records and then just like records that people love that maybe didn't chart well, but everybody know them and love them. I think they probably about equal in that. I'm with you on that.
Nas and Scarface.
I think the real hip hop heads would really love that one.
That would be Scarface. Like some the rappers would be tuning in for that.
Yeah. Your backpackers would definitely come out for Nas versus Scarface. Because Jay-Z messes with Jay-Z, he got a lot of Scarface features.
Yeah, love Scarface.
A lot of Scarface features.
They said Big Sean would be a good one. Big
Sean and who though?
Big Sean got some hits.
I'm just saying like
Big Sean got some hits.
Okay.
It ain't our favorite hits, but Big Sean got some hits. You know who else got some hits? Tiger.
Big Sean and Tiger.
They was talking about Tiger. YG would be tough.
YG joints.
My nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Last time that I checked, YG got some shit.
We made it. Listen, the ultimate versus, and we'll never see it. So they may be just somebody got to program the AI correctly. We got to get the R. Kelly versus Michael Jackson. That's the one we got to get off. At some point, we got to get that one off.
I've been telling people that. Everybody think I'm crazy to even put them in the same room.
We got to get that off, bro.
If it was just music, if there's any sort of performance factor and
But we
stand.
got to do it though. You know, it's the versus stage.
No. I'm saying anything visual is going to Mike. If we just was riding in the car and we just had a Mike playlist and the R. Kelly playlist, and which playlist is gonna outduel the other, I'm going R. Kelly.
Agree. No, I agree with that.
Now, if he get any sort of like, if you can see him at all, then I'm going Mike.
Yeah.
Because Mike just was too cool. And I've been hating on Mike, but the more and more all these clips are on my algorithm, I watched a 30-minute video today of like Michael Jackson's funniest moments in interviews. Like the man was hilarious, bro. The man was, I gotta say, the man was hilarious. The story that will.i.am told on Drink Champs about Mike when he invited Mike to the show that he was doing with Prince. Did you ever watch that? That's a clip everybody
What
needs.
happened? Tell me what
Mike said, oh, he's a meanie.
He tried to run him over, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, he said, yeah, he's a meanie.
Michael's cool, bro.
He's a meanie. What type of grown-ass man call another man a meanie?
Mike said he got to write these hits because if he don't do it, then God gonna give them shits to Prince. That was a quote from that nigga. Like, that was in the movie. That was in the Michael movie, but that's a real Michael quote. He was like, when I get songs, I got to write them because if I don't, then God gonna give them to Prince.
It was real.
And the fact that he wanted Prince to be in the, you know, to do the bad song with him, he wrote it for him and Prince. And Prince, that's why I be saying, people be talking that, oh, Prince was down low, he was gay. Prince was like, hold on, nigga, the first line of that song is "Your butt is mine." Now, who's singing that to who? Because I ain't singing that to you. And you ain't singing that to me, but your butt is mine. Fuck out of here. Shout out to Prince. Prince is like, I own pause, nigga. Prince invented pause. Prince said, nigga, your butt is mine, pause. We ain't doing
the behind the scenes of We Are the World. Yeah, they say.
Oh, Michael was crazy.
He
look at niggas like
Prince and Mike on the same microphone. Prince said, I'll do a guitar solo.
You feel me? They had real heat, bro. They had real heat. All right, man, let's get up out of here for the night. We'll tap back in with y'all, man. My Lakers then kiss the baby.
Kiss the baby. Bronny
we going to LA, though. We be all right.
Bronny was out there for 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Bronny. More playoff points by 22 than Michael Jordan. Shout out to Bronny, dog. A real one. All right, man. Y'all tap in. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel, man. Support the movement. It's Ross and Risky, man. We out of here, y'all.